Ladies and gentlemen, may we request again everyone to please take their seats as the program will begin momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our great honor to announce the arrival of the Secretary for Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Maria Theresa P. Lazaro.
Good afternoon and welcome to the celebration of the 127th Foundation Anniversary of the Department of Foreign Affairs. Today, we gather in celebration and gratitude to honor the remarkable commitment, service, and excellence of the men and women of the revered institution. I am Dennis Flores from the Maritime and Ocean Affairs Office.
And I am Aina Anunciacion from the Office of Policy Planning and Coordination. We are deeply honored to be your hosts for this meaningful and memorable occasion.
We extend our warmest greetings to everyone joining us today here at our temporary home, the Double Dragon Tower, as well as to those from our 98 Foreign Service posts, 42 consular offices, and various home office units through the DFA's YouTube channel. Whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening where you are, warm greetings and thank you for being with us.
To begin our program, may we please request everyone to rise and join us in singing the Philippine National Anthem, followed by a doxology to be led by the DFA Chorale.
puso sa libo'y buhay, lupang hinirang, tuyang ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisiin, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bakaw, may nilagang tula at awat sa paglayang minamahal, ang islat ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin na taro niya kailan pa may di magdidilig, lupa ng araw ng walhati pasinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Sa piling mo, aming ligaya na pag may makaapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you, DFA Chorale. We invite you to please take your seats.
To formally commence today's celebration, we now invite the Undersecretary for Administration, the Honorable Maria Helen B. De La Vega, who also serves as the chairperson of the DFA Day Organizing Committee and the Program on Awards and Incentives for Service Excellence Committee, to deliver her welcome remarks.
Honorable Madam Secretary for Foreign Affairs Maria Theresa P. Lazaro, Honorable Secretary Enrique A. Manalo and Madam Pamela Manalo, fellow Undersecretaries and Assistant Secretaries, esteemed colleagues, guests, friends, and those watching us online, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm honored to be here with all of you today as we celebrate the 127th founding anniversary of the Department of Foreign Affairs. I welcome everyone to this milestone celebration, as this is the first time that we will be holding the DFA founding anniversary celebration at the Double Dragon Tower, our home for the next 3.5, 4 years, God knows. Indeed, this transfer to our temporary headquarters is a testament to the department's commitment to continuous improvement, excellent public service, and adaptive change management. Today's momentous occasion also marks the formal turnover of the duties in the DFA between our beloved outgoing Foreign Affairs Secretary Ricky Manalo and the new Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Tess Lazaro. On behalf of the DFA family, I wish to thank Secretary Manalo for his steadfast leadership and numerous accomplishments as Secretary for Foreign Affairs. I likewise congratulate Secretary Lazaro, who took her oath this morning before His Excellency President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. As a career and seasoned diplomat, our Madam Secretary represents continuity, owing to her vast knowledge of the current realities that the DFA faces and the programs of our outgoing SFA. As we celebrate our founding anniversary, we look forward to the department's exciting projects for 2025. I hope you will really find it exciting. On Friday, June 27, under the stewardship of Secretary Manalo, we held our groundbreaking ceremony to commence the retrofitting project of the old but historic DFA building at 2330 Rojas Boulevard, the site of many achievements and fond memories for all of us. The department likewise welcomes the establishment of the Legal Defense Fund, which now serves to promote the welfare of and extend assistance to DFA personnel for actual legal expenses incurred in relation to administrative, civil, and criminal cases filed against them in the performance of their official functions. Most importantly, our outgoing secretary recently signed the IIR for the Adjusted DFA Retirement Benefits Act, which would ensure the welfare of DFA personnel who retire from the service. This year, the DFA also begins its preparations for the Philippine hosting of ASEAN in 2026, in addition to our robust and continuing engagements to step up work relating to the Philippine candidature to the UNSC for year 2027-2028. As we look ahead and work towards more accomplishments in 2025 and the near future, it is important for us to recognize the various accomplishments of the department and the outstanding contributions of our colleagues. Through the Department of Foreign Affairs Program on Awards and Incentives for Service Excellence, which is commonly referred to as PRAISE, we honor those among us who exemplify the highest standards of dedication and achievement. Today, our colleagues will receive the following prestigious awards to recognize their various contributions to the service. The Felipe Agoncillo Lifetime Service Award, or FALSA, given to retired or retiring chiefs of mission who embodied our core values of patriotism, integrity, professionalism, excellence, and service as they worked tirelessly to advance the Philippine national interest. The Best Organization Award, given to the office which has exhibited top-notch efficiency and excellent delivery in the accomplishment of their mandate while demonstrating effective teamwork. Through the Assistance to Nationals Award, we will recognize the efforts of our exceptional colleagues who ensure the welfare and safety of our kababayans abroad. The Outstanding Employee Award honors personnel who have set the bar for excellence in their work and contributing to the overall success of the department. We will likewise give the Loyalty Award to those celebrating the respective milestone years in the department. A special commendation or recognition will also be given to our deserving colleagues for their outstanding efforts and contributions. Today, we will confer the Gawad Mabini Presidential Level Award to our distinguished colleagues who have displayed excellence in service and unquestionable integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, the auspicious occasion proves the dedication, resilience, and brilliance of the Philippine Foreign Service. As chair of the DFA Praise Committee and the DFA Day Organizing Committee, I am proud to stand with you today as we honor our colleagues who have gone over and beyond what is expected in the service of our country. I wish to extend my utmost appreciation to the entire DFA family for another year of dedication and commitment. Let us continue to push forward and forge ahead. My warmest congratulations to the awardees and a happy DFA Day to everyone. May I just convey my deep appreciation to all the ASECs and the respective teams responsible for this milestone event, ASEC Chris, ASEC Patrick, ASEC Emil, ASEC Arvin, who is also here with us this afternoon, acting ASEC Arlene and ASEC Ed, and all the others who helped organize our 127th day. And now, dear colleagues, it is my great honor to invite the outgoing Secretary for Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Enrique A. Manalo, to deliver his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may keep on standing if you want. Thank you very much. Secretary Maria Theresa Lazaro, our undersecretaries, my esteemed colleagues, Madam Pamela Manalo, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as the Department of Foreign Affairs celebrates its 127th Foundation Day in our new, though temporary home in Double Dragon, I wish to convey how much I believe we all share in honoring the rich legacy as one of the first institutions established following the Declaration of Philippine Independence in 1898. Born out of our forebears' unwavering determination to assert the nation's identity and sovereignty on the global stage, the DFA has since stood as a steadfast pillar of Philippine diplomacy and statehood. We honor Apolinario Mabini, the first Secretary of Foreign Affairs, a true patriot whose intellect and unwavering principles shaped Philippine foreign policy during the time of great uncertainty. Guided by Mabini's legacy, we remain steadfast in pursuing an independent foreign policy, and one that safeguards our national security, advances our economic interests, and upholds the rights and welfare of overseas Filipinos, and also promotes an accurate and positive image of the Philippines on the global stage. And as we all welcome Secretary Lazaro, and as I step down in my role as head of the department, I want to say how deeply proud I have been to be a part of the story and history of the DFA. And in this regard, I'd like to reflect on just very briefly, on some of the past 3 years that I was at the helm with humility, pride, and gratitude for having the honor to have served as your secretary. Humility, because I had the honor of leading DFA, an institution grounded in history and entrusted with helping shape the nation's future. Pride and gratitude in what we have achieved through dedication, perseverance, and above all, teamwork. In the face of formidable challenges, increasing regional and global tensions, domestic pressures, economic uncertainties, the accelerating pace of climate change, as well as disruptive forces of technology, the department has remained steadfast through it all. We have continued to advance the country's interests with professionalism, integrity, and dedicated and tireless service. Allow me to highlight just a few of the accomplishments we have made in the past few years. We have deepened our engagement across the Indo-Pacific, strengthening ties with key partners, including the United States, Japan, Australia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei Darussalam, Indonesia, Singapore, Korea, New Zealand, Canada, and India. We have strengthened these partnerships in the sense of having a wide array of cooperation in many activities. We have expanded relations with like-minded, emerging and traditional partners in other regions. For example, the European Union, Germany, Czech Republic, UAE, Qatar, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Brazil, demonstrating the Philippines' global reach and diversified partnerships. And I believe we will continue expanding these partnerships, including with the Global South, especially with the Pacific Island Forum countries, the CARICOM countries, and the African nations, especially as many of them have indicated a keen interest to cooperate with the Philippines. Multilateralism continues to be the Philippine foreign policy pillar. This is also based on adherence to international law and a rules-based order. And in this regard, we have actively participated in regional and global platforms such as the United Nations, ASEAN, and APEC to address shared challenges and promote collective solutions. In November last year, the Philippines was also invited for the first time to participate in the G7 ministerial meeting, providing us an opportunity to exchange views on the Indo-Pacific and regional maritime security. And our chairmanship in ASEAN next year will provide us a good opportunity to strengthen ASEAN cooperation and also to build ASEAN as an institution which can help determine the future of our region. In the realm of security and defense, we help reinforce the Philippine international security posture through new and strengthened formal arrangements. These include the reciprocal access arrangement with Japan, the mutual logistics support arrangement and status of visiting forces agreement with New Zealand, as well as the convening of foreign affairs and defense meetings such as the 2+2 and trilateral dialogues with Japan and the United States. Trade and economic diplomacy remain among our top priorities. In coordination with relevant agencies, we have helped advance free trade agreements and economic partnerships to boost industry, expand market access, and drive growth. Key milestones include the implementation of the Philippine-Korea Free Trade Agreement, the launch of the exploratory talks for a Philippine-Canada FTA, ongoing negotiations for a Philippine-EU FTA, and as well as an FTA with Chile. I believe we should explore or create parallel economic relationships as we have done in the defense and security fields, given the growing uncertainties of our world. Solid and wide-ranging partnerships create more certainty and confidence, thus bolstering our overall security. We have steadfastly protected Philippine sovereignty and sovereign rights and jurisdiction in the South China Sea, West Philippine Sea, through not only the filing of diplomatic protests, but pursuing pragmatic and multilateral approaches to manage the dispute, and promoting greater transparency and awareness of our maritime challenges. The support that we have garnered in this regard attests to the positive impact of these approaches. We have also developed an informal group of friends on international law, and we've had a number of activities in this regard to help create greater awareness of the importance of adhering to international law and a rules-based order. In the legislative sphere, we supported the passage of key maritime laws, including the Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act and the Maritime Zones Act. We are also working towards early ratification of the BB&J agreement to reinforce the primacy of UNCLOS and the rules-based international order. And additionally, under the great work of Undersecretary Lazaro and our other undersecretaries, we have also facilitated a number of bilateral and trilateral maritime dialogues. Climate change remains one of the most defining challenges of our time, and the Philippines as host to the Fund for Responding to Loss and Damage will hopefully accelerate access of developing countries to climate finance for climate action. The DFA and the DNR work closely in securing support for getting the hosting of the board here in the Philippines. On the soft power front, we launched the soft power roadmap and extended our public and cultural diplomacy initiatives to elevate the Philippines' global presence and influence. Just last week, we launched a book on the studies, on Philippine studies in foreign universities with the support of Senator Legarda. This program, which began only in 2017, now has about 36 universities worldwide which are now having Philippine studies programs. We remain committed to the protection of overseas Filipinos, utilizing the assistance to national funds to repatriate distressed Filipinos utilized for assistance to nationals. We've also used the ATN fund to repatriate distressed Filipinos from countries including Myanmar, Laos, Jordan, Iraq, Egypt, Lebanon, and Israel. And we have also successfully secured the release and return of OFWs such as Mary Jane Veloso, as well as the release of 17 seamen held by the Houthis in Yemen. And in this regard, I'd like to thank Undersecretary De Vega for his perpetual follow-ups with me during the course of many of these incidents, which happily turned out successful. Consular service delivery has seen a significant digital transformation. We launched the e-passport, the e-apostille, and extended the e-visa system to better serve Filipinos and other clients. In recognition also of our personnel, we successfully lobbied for and increased monthly benefits for DFA retirees through the enactment of the Republic Act number 12181. We shall all eventually benefit from this. And lastly, we ensured the seamless transfer of operations to a temporary office as the long overdue retrofitting of the DFA's main building in Pasay commenced, following a successful public bidding process. And I hope that we will return there, as Yusek Helen said, within a reasonable time frame. These accomplishments were made possible, of course, only through a steadfast commitment to service, perseverance, and teamwork by all of you. And I wish to extend my sincere gratitude to the men and women of the department for the unwavering support, cooperation, and the many quiet sacrifices they have made over the past 3 years to achieve these results. And as we turn the page to a new chapter in DFA's history, I am filled with confidence that our new leadership will not only sustain the progress we have achieved, but also chart new paths forward. With vision, dedication, and commitment to public service, I'm certain the department will achieve even greater heights in advancing the interests of our country and serving the Filipino people with professionalism and idealism, where I am convinced that many significant triumphs for DFA are on the horizon. So let us continue upholding our traditions of diplomatic excellence as we aim to achieve a peaceful and prosperous world for the Filipino people. Mabuhay ang Department of Foreign Affairs. Mabuhay po ang Pilipinas. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Manalo.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we mark this significant occasion, we take a moment to honor the exceptional leadership and dedicated service of our outgoing Secretary, the Honorable Enrique A. Manalo.
Please join us in looking back at his enduring contributions to Philippine diplomacy and the lasting imprint he leaves behind as Secretary for Foreign Affairs from July 1, 2022 to June 30, 2025 through this video.
Excellencies, this evening also serves as a temporary farewell to 2330 Rojas Boulevard, where our archive building has been the home of the Department of Foreign Affairs for over 3 decades. But before the end of the year, we hope to have completed our move to a temporary headquarters. We will retrofit our iconic building to make it better equipped to house the Philippine Foreign Service for the future. So for the next few years, including during our chairmanship of ASEAN in 2026, we will be conducting our diplomatic and consular work in our interim home.
that ordered Gaza or Gaza City to
now mandatory. DFA under Secretary Eduardo.
The Department of Foreign Affairs says 3 Filipinos remain in court or
says around 50 to 60 Filipinos remain in Sudan with their employees.
Nanindigan ng Department of Foreign Affairs na hindi nila
The Department of Foreign Affairs says that Mary Jane Veloso may return to the Philippines anytime this week. In a briefing on Monday, December 16, DFA Undersecretary Eduardo de Vega says that Veloso will be turned over to members of the Philippine delegation, including members from DFA.
Power and a good studies program on the Philippines in especially in foreign universities.
Again, thank you very much, Mr. Secretary. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the ceremonial turnover of the leadership in the Department of Foreign Affairs.
As we honor the invaluable contributions of outgoing Secretary Enrique A. Manalo, we also warmly welcome Secretary Maria Theresa Lazaro, who now takes the helm of the department as it carries on its vital mission of serving the nation through excellence and principled diplomacy. May we invite the Honorable Enrique A. Manalo and Honorable Maria Theresa Lazaro to come to the stage.
This ceremony signifies not only a change in leadership, but also the DFA's unwavering commitment to continuity, professionalism, and the abiding pursuit of excellence in the foreign service.
It is the solemn passage of duty and honor, an affirmation of the department's mandate to uphold the national interest and represent our nation with dignity and distinction on the global stage. As the flag is handed over, so too is the stewardship of the Department of Foreign Affairs, anchored in sworn duty, inspired by patriotism, and bound by the highest ideals of diplomacy and public service.
We'll shower them with a warm and heartfelt round of applause. Thank you, Madam Secretary Maria Theresa P. Lazaro. Thank you, Honorable Enrique A. Manalo. As you take your seat, please accept the Department's sincere appreciation for your steadfast leadership and service.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to call on the Secretary for Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Maria Theresa P. Lazaro, to deliver this year's DFA Day message.
Maraming salamat po. Please take your seat. Secretary Enrique Manalo, Undersecretaries and Assistant Secretaries, honorees and awardees, colleagues in the Home Office and the 42 consular offices and our 98 foreign service posts. Ladies and gentlemen, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ikinararangal kong batiin kayong lahat bilang bagong kalihim ng ugnayang panlabas. Nais ko kayong pasalamatan sa inyong patuloy na paglilingkod at dedikasyon sa ating minamahal na institusyon. Sa aking pagupo, nais kong hingin ang inyong tulong at suporta upang mapanatiling matatag, marangal, at mapagmalasakit ang ating kagawaran na laging handang tumulong at tumugon sa harap ng ating mga pagsubok. I also take this responsibility, or rather the opportunity, to convey my profound appreciation to my predecessor, the Honorable Enrique A. Manalo, former Secretary for Foreign Affairs and incoming Philippine Permanent Representative to the United Nations in New York, for his distinguished and illustrious years of service in the department. He led the department both as SFA and as Undersecretary for Policy with a calm, measured, and steady hand, bringing consistency and stability to the Philippine foreign policy, no matter how turbulent the geopolitical arena may be. As the consummate multilateralist and consensus builder, SFA Enrique's knowledge of the ins and outs of the United Nations system is bar none. I look forward to working closely with him as the Philippines pursues a non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council for the term 2027 to 2028, at a crucial juncture when the Council needs to play a more proactive and decisive role in the maintenance of international peace and security. Secretary Manalo, maraming salamat po. Please, let's give. For the past 127 years, the Department of Foreign Affairs has stood as one of the most enduring pillars of the Republic, implementing and charting the course of Philippine foreign policy, fostering friendly relations with our international partners, as mentioned by the Secretary, protecting and assisting our Filipinos overseas, and most importantly, asserting the Philippines as an independent, sovereign nation. As the face of the Philippine government to the world, we are tasked with representing our country with both conviction and compassion. We are the vehicle by which the Philippine government conducts business with other countries. We safeguard our statehood as well as the dignity of every Filipino. Throughout all this, we must remain guided by the DFA's core values of patriotism, integrity, professionalism, excellence, and service. Today, we honor our colleagues who embody these values, our awardees and honorees, exemplifying the highest standards of professionalism and service. They inspire us to continue raising the bar. Our warmest congratulations to the awardees. As we celebrate again the 127 years of the department, may we carry forward the lessons of the past, embrace the responsibilities of the present, and share a future worthy of this institution and the country we serve. We hope much work ahead. There is definitely much work ahead, but with unity of purpose, our core values in mind, and the whole DFA family standing side by side, I am confident that we can face the road ahead with determination, resilience, and the collective spirit that has always defined the department. Happy 127th DFA Day. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay ang DFA. Salamat po.